Bismillah, Alhamdulillah, wassalatu wassalamu ala Rasulillah, Rabbi shrah li sadri wa yassir li amri wa hlul uqdatam min lisani yafqahu qawli. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Today we'll talk about images. And in images, we'll see how many types of images file we have. We'll try to insert image into our web page. We'll also insert image as a background. We will talk about figure tags, and we'll also see how we can give figure caption as well. We have four types of files. One is JPG. There was a group, Joint Photographic Expert Group, they created, and this extension is the acronym of that group. PNG stands for Portable Network Graphic. This is another type, small size and good for the web designing. Then we have GIF, that is graphic interchange format. And then we have SVG, that is scalable vector graphics. You can also call them line art as well. Now, the scalable vector graphic is like this kind of image. If you expand, the quality of the image remains same. So, but this is not the case with your bitmap image. If you increase the size, expand it, it get blur. Okay, and you can see small dots as well. So those are the pixels which created the picture. So the resolution of a bitmap image is measured in dot per inch. So how many dots you have in an inch, that is what will be the picture. In monitor, you have like 76 dots per inch. But printer, some of the printer, they are very high quality printers, so they might be having 2400 pixels per inch. And similarly, maybe more than that. Now the size of bitmap image is measured in pixels, and pixel, you know that it is a dot that makes the image. Now we have like image tag. Now the image tag has two most important attributes. One of them is source and the other one is alt. Alt means alternate text. In case the image is not available, then this text will be displayed instead of the image. So let's try and see how we can add this image. Now in my header, for example, I have an image. So I can say image, and then I will give the source property is equal to images slash file name is lakeland.gif, and then I will say my alternative property, alt property, is equal to lakeland read bed and breakfast, and I can just say quotation close, and the image is closed now. So this is how I can give my image tag. Now if you see, I do have the lakeland read, the same heading which I was showing before, but now when I will refresh, it will be disappeared and only the image will be displayed, and you see that here. But in case I was typing and I incorrectly type the file name, or the file name is not available, what will happen? I refresh the page and you see that it is trying to display the image, but I can see the text now only. So this is the same alternative text which we have written here and is displaying on the web page. Now let me correct the file name, and then I refresh, it will be like available here. So now, so first of all, what we'll do is we'll try to, we already insert the image, and now we would like to see how we can reset the style. Okay, so let's reset the style with the help of, let me go up, and then I say, okay, this image is available. So this is what I will reset, all my borders and padding, and for this one, let me remove this part. So the image is available now. So this is how we can reset. Now we will set the maximum width property for the image. So I can say that image and maximum width of this image is, for example, 600, or maybe 7, okay, 600. Now, if I refresh the page, you may not see any change. You see that? Because this is almost the 600 pixels. But if I say 100 pixel is the maximum width of this one, so see what happens to this image. So sorry, this is, I have to say pixels. If I say pixels, then you see here it comes so small. So this is the maximum width of my image. Now, if I say 600 or 700, let's, for example, I say refresh, so it becomes this size. So this is how I specify the maximum width of my image on my web page. Now, so let me try again. 100, for example, it will be small. Okay, it will be small in size. Now let's go and see what we have next. Okay, if the content, any image, is larger than the maximum width, then it will automatically change the height of the element. Read it again. If the content is larger than the maximum width, yani if this content actually now is larger than the maximum width I specified, like 100, if it is larger than, we know that it is almost equal to 700. So what will happen? It will automatically change the height of the elements. So let's try 700. If I say 700, now you will see it will not only increase, but the height of the image will be increased as well. You see? So it is increased to 700, but it is also, height is also adjusted. So this is what we're talking about here. Now, if the content is smaller than the maximum width, for example, I say it is 1200, and for sure this image is around 700, is not like 1200. So if the content, if this content is smaller than 1200, then this property will have no effect. Now with 1200, it will have no effect. Reason? Because the image is smaller than, even if I say 900, it will have no effect. Reason? Because this image is already smaller than the 900. If it is like I say 700, no effect. You see? Okay, if I say 400, then for sure, since the image is bigger than the maximum width, so it will make an impact of that one. You see that? So okay, let's try the height. If I say image height is auto, see what happens. So by default, it, since we have the maximum width, it automatically adjusts the height to automatic. So that is why we don't have, if we don't use it, it's okay, and if we use it, it will have no impact because it's already done by the system automatically. Now let's set the background of the picture. So for example, I have an article. So in the article, what I want to do is that I have a background image. So I'll say URL, and then I'll specify bracket, in the bracket quotation at the end I have to say semicolon, and then I have to close as well. So in this one I will be talking about, I'll say about the path of the image, and that is lake.jpg. Okay, now if I just go for so for the article, now if I just go up there and refresh, you see the color is there, but if I refresh this page, it is changed, the background is changed with the image. You see that? Now, just in case, what I'm going to do is I will say, okay, another command I want to give. I say background. I want to set the color as well. So I will say if the background is #7ECCEC. This is a color like a light blue or mixed kind of thing. Now what it will do is it will set the background and then it will change the background to this color. Let's try that. You see that? But no, I want to background. So what I'm going to do is I will say, okay, the background should come after that. If I refresh the page now, it will set the background to this color, then it will go and it will set the picture. Now, why we are having this background color? For example, just in case if the file is not available, this file for sure, this lake one is not available. So in case somehow the file is deleted or the file name is not correct, then I refresh. So at least I will have this background color if this image is not available. So this background color is for a backup purposes. Okay, so I can change back, so it will come back to the lake. Now let's add the image, and this time what we will do is we'll try to add the image as a figure in the figure tag. So I can go to the rooms. So in this room, what I'm going to do is I'll say, okay, I have a figure tag, and then I'm going to close the figure tag as well. So in this figure tag, I say I have an image source is available, which is equal to images/read.jpg. Okay, and now I can say, okay, we have an alternative text is equal to, you know what I can do? I can just copy and paste the alternate text. So I can say alternate text is in the quotation, and inside the quotation it is like this. So I'm having like a big chunk of, so maybe what I can do is maybe I can delete it in the same line. Okay, and this one also I'll try to bring it in the same line. Now, so this is my alt, and that's it. So I can close my image. I can close my image here, and let me see this. So let me refresh here, and this is the room. So I can go and I can see the images there. You see that? If this figure is not there, let me show you this picture again without it. Refresh. So this picture is like this: read room and sunroom. So I want the under the heading, I want the image, and then under the image I want this text. So what I'll do is under the heading, I'll go for the copy paste of this image. Okay, so let me refresh the page. So I have this image. Now similarly, I want to copy and I want to paste in here as well. So under the sunroom, and the image I will change to the sun. And similarly for the tree room, I'll copy paste the same, and then I can say this is my tree. This is my tree house. Okay. Now if I refresh, you will see the image under the sunroom and the tree room as well. There you go. So that is how we can add the pictures and with the figure. Now we are having with the figure, let's see what we have on the next slide. Okay, in the next slide, what we're going to do is we'll try to add, okay, so first of all, reset this figure properties. If there's any border or padding or background, please make it 0. So let me refresh the screen and see if there's an impact. There was a border and margin, so we just reset the margin to that one. Okay, now what I'll do is I'll try to say Okay, I do have a figure, and in the figure, the maximum width, okay, the figure maximum width is 800 pixel. How is that? It should have no impact because this picture is smaller than 800 pixel, by the way. So, but just to give you an idea. Okay, now I want to write another command for the figure. Um, Before we type anything else, let me try this one. You see that? No impact. But if I say 100 pixel, see what happens. The figure maximum width is 100 pixel. Okay, so it didn't make any difference because we are talking about the figures, not the image. So there's a small difference here. Now I can say that margin for this figure margin for this figure is like 2 em margin. Let's refresh the page and see. Oh, there you go. You see the margin from the left and the top and the right. From every side we have this one. And now I can say float is right. So I can say, okay, float is right. Now if you refresh this page, you will see that float is right, so it goes on the right side and the text comes on the left side. You see that? But there is a problem. What is the problem? If you see that this image is overflowing on this is, by the way, my div, and this is my article. So is going above the article and is above the div as well. So how about we can try another command that is for overflow. So what I'm gonna say is I say, okay, article overflow is auto. Okay, save it. Now if I just go up there, overflow auto for the article, refresh. You see that? Now for this article, the overflow is correct. But still my problem is not solved. My problem is up to this part. And let's go and see. Okay, I was here, the pictures are here, and I'm in the article. But if you see under the article, I'm having a div. So this area is a div, and the article is everything. So what should we do? I think if I say article has a div, and this div please overflow for this div, not for the article but for the div. Overflow is auto. Now what will happen? So it will extend the div and it will bring this thing inside. You see that? So that is how we change the overflow for the div. Okay. Now we do have caption for the. So let's try figure and caption on my index file. So on the index file, this is my header and this is my article. In the article, I have a div. Okay. Now in this, under this div, what I'm going to say is I'll say, okay, I have a figure, and then I have to say, let me close the figure as well. And in this figure, I say, okay, image is source. By the way, source is equal to images slash we can say sun jpg, and close this one. And then I have to set up the alt property. Alt property is equal to I'm gonna say okay, sunroom with hardwood floor. Okay, and I close my, and I close my image. Now let's see and go back to the sunroom index home. Now if you see, I got the image here. Image is not available, so what is happening? I got the text, alternate text. So let me see where the things went wrong. Images, source is equal to images slash sun dot jpg. Let's see what is available here. Images slash sun dot jpg. So it is there. images source is equal to image, source is equal to sun.jpg. So maybe there is something wrong in my, okay, let's try again. Okay, so maybe there was something wrong. So sun.jpg is available here. Now I need the caption. Caption will be underneath. So what I'm going to say is within the figure, okay, within the figure, I say this is, I have a fig caption. Okay, so I have a fig caption, and with this fig caption I'm gonna say what I'm gonna say. Okay, I have a sun room, and the fig caption is closed. Fig caption is closed. Now let's see and run it. So I got the sunroom, but you know I want this sunroom to be a link. So when I click on this link, it should jump and go to the room. So let's create a hyperlink for this one. So I can say there is an anchor. An anchor has a href, which is equal to room in the quotation room dot rooms dot html quotation close. Or maybe you can say that you can directly jump to the sun room. So you can say # sum, and that's it. And I can close my anchor after the text. In this way, this sun room will become the hyperlink. So refresh this page, and now you see that I got a hyperlink here. Okay, so let's go and see what is on the next page. Okay, now in this part, in the CSS file, what I'm going to say is I want to give this one, this picture from the top. I need 2em, for example. It is available already 2em, so we'll give it more. So article has, so if you see here, article has a figure. Okay, article has a figure, and then figure has a class, so I can give it a class is equal to, for example, ex. So figure has a class that is .ex, and now in this one I'm going to say margin top, margin minus top is like 5em, for example. So I can refresh the page, and you see that margin is 5em from the top. Okay, make it like 2em, please. So refresh the page, and it is like 2em page, and we do have a link here as well. Okay, so okay, the figure caption must be in the center. So what I'm going to say is, where is article? So we have the article. By the way, even if you don't write the article, it will still work, but it's okay if you want to write like this. So it will only apply to this article and the figure. So fig caption, that is, I'm going to say align, text align is center. Now refresh the page, and the text align is, now you see here, it is center. That's it for today. Kafara Majlis. Subhanallah wa bihamdihi, subhanakallahumma wa bihamdika, nashhadu an la ilaha illa anta, nastaghfiruka wa natubu ilayk. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu.